Welcome. Today we've got some Modern Horizons 3 traditional drafting. Um, I'm going to go ahead and go through this real quick because it might help. I have listened to a set review, so I have some idea of what's going on. We've got white-blue energy. We've got white-blue control deck. Tries to cast lots of spells in a turn. I think there's some ways to get bonuses for 3 spells in a turn. Black-red artifacts. Red-green Eldrazi spawn. So that's basically your ramp deck. Eldrazi spawns are 0/1s that can be sacrificed for colorless mana. Colorless mana is a thing in this set too. Modified bestow, green white. So bestow is a thing to where you can play your creatures as enchantments on top of other creatures. And then the cool thing about that is when those creatures get killed, as they inevitably do, you kind of get your card back because the bestow becomes its own creature. Modified dies. Modification deck. Modification anytime you increase the stats of a creature, either through an enchantment or through +1/+1 counters. Even equipment do the job. Same with auras. Energy mid-range, so that's another energy. So your Jeskai colors, blue, red, and white, are your energy colors. So there's an Abzan, white, green, black for modified. So the green-black version is more of using counters like crazy. We've got an energy aggro deck, so cheap, fast, red-white, energy aggro. And then Eldrazi ramp. So our teamer colors, green, blue, and red, are the Eldrazi colors. So we're going to see a lot of bleed, I think. There's going to be a lot of mix and match, but I think my goal is probably going to be Eldrazi ramp. That's what I hope to do. So colorless things are going to be important in that. And that means we're going to be red, blue, green if at all possible. Power balance. White of the reliquary. That seems good. Emerald Medallion. Green spells are cheaper. Monstrous Vortex. No. Signature Slam. That's good. Planar Genesis. Okay. Isle of False Gods. I like it. Frost Claw. No. Grave Dig. No. The Viper. Writhing Chrysalis. When you cast a spell, create 2/1/1. 2/0/1. So I think Idol of the False Gods is the way for me to go here. I like Writhing Chrysalis too. I like White of the Reliquary. But this is basically a spawn generator. It does need a colorless to work though. So that's going to be important. Sheltering Landscape. Gem Medallion, no. Just go with Ember Mage. Interesting, but I don't think so. Evolution Witness, no. Distinguished Conqueror, no. Hydra Trainer, no. Fanged Flames. So we're going to take a colorless land here. This will get us red, green, or white, which we are looking for the red-green piece of that. If we are in true Eldrazi. We haven't necessarily committed to a color yet. That's the cool thing. Eldrazi Repurposer, I think that's our guy. Yeah, that's definitely our guy. Void Pouncer's cool. Basking Brood Scale. I like both of these things. I think the Void Pouncer's slightly better. The Bountiful Landscape's cool. I'll go with the Void Pouncer. Yeah, getting to cast that at full value for a 5/3 with haste and trample seems good. Sylvan Safekeeper, no. Nextborn Hydra. Interesting. Not sure if it's the pick here. It's a good enough card, I think. Mob, no. Void Pouncer, I think. Yeah, it'd be Void Pouncer or Nextborn Hydra. It has reach and trample. Yeah, it's a Void Pouncer. Deceptive Landscape we might take. Territory Color. Whenever land, top of creature card. So if it's not a creature, you can surveil. Interesting. Petrifying Meddler's cool, but I don't think it works here. Territory Color, I'm okay with. Over the Landscape. Versus Cave, what do you do? You're just ooh, a bad search card. Ugh. Infernal Captor, what do we do? Spoil. Oh, it threatens if I exploit. I don't think so. Nothing exciting here. I'll take this Expanding Ooze, I think, not because I actually want to play it. Maybe Urza's Cave is correct, because it does give us colorless. We'll take the Urza's Cave. Temperamental Oozewag. Modify creatures have trampled. That does seem actually pretty strong. Barbarian Ring. Threshold's harder to get than you think. So I think it's going to be another Void Pouncer. I'm tempted about this Ooze Brushwhack though. Really tempted. Twisted Landscape is in our colors, technically, so we'll do that. This is good. Just, I think there's other things that I want to be doing. I'm not necessarily looking to play this Hydra Trainer. No. No, let's take an uncommon. Yeah, well, their bottom seems good. I like that card. Coming Jealous Thirst. Nope. Damn, the Story Circle. That's a really interesting card. It's hard to think about how it works, but there's some really cool stuff you can do with it. Annoyed Altasaur is a good thing to ramp to. Thriving Skycloud, oh, that's an energy thing. We're gonna stay away from the energy thing. It that heralds the end. If we're going Eldrazi. This makes all of our spawn tokens 1/2s. Not exciting in and of itself, but hopefully it does the cost reduction thing for us if we can find some sevens. Go ahead and move her to the side. Monumental Henge. Interesting. Not going to be a thing that we go for. No, Mental Blast. Multicolor. Twisted Rule Keeper. How does emerge work? Oh yeah, you can sacrifice. So you get to play it cheaper if you can emerge it. But I do think that we're still going to run that because we get to play it cheaper because of our In the Tail is the End, ideally, and it's really kind of the best thing for us here. This Sarpedian Simulacrum seems like a fine card, but I think we want our Twisted Rule. Yeah, I think that's going to be good. Arena of Glory. I like this. It's a ramp land. Spawn Gang Commander is really nuts. So it's just Siege Gang Commander except Eldrazi. That's really cool. Drowned Lurker is good. When you cast or cycle it, but so we would need blue for that. Another Repurposer would be good, but nothing beats a guy that comes with 3 spawn with it. Here. Clear pick, Siege Gang Commander. Spawn Gang Commander, rather. No. We'll go ahead and take, I think, the Tranquil Landscape, even though we're not thrilled by it. It does give us a colorless source. We are getting to the point, though, where we gotta be careful. We might could have too many colorless sources. I mean, the cool thing about these landscapes, though, is they do sacrifice for a color when you need them to, so we might take this Trickster's Elk here. The interesting thing about this is that it does... Oh, actually, I like the Gatekeeper for our deck. But the interesting thing about the Trickster's Elk is that it turns one of their guys into a 3/3, which is normally kind of lame. But when their thing dies, you get a 3/3. So that's the kind of the hidden gem of that card. Moving counters around with Nesting Grounds, Deceptive Landscape, another one of those. Combat Trick, Colossal Dread Mask. I like this. I like this. We're going to try that Colossal Dread Mask. Seething Landscape, that gives us a mountain, snow-covered wastes. I think the landscape is just actually a step better than the waste. Bloodstained Mire. That might be our pick here. Another Drowned Lurker. Or no, we didn't take the first one. We'll take this one though. That's right, because the cycle piece we couldn't do. Alright, so one thing I'm interested in is seeing if we do have the capability. We've got 3 lands that'll help us find islands if we want them. Wait, what does this do? Gift of the Viper? Oh, that could be good. I don't want to run this. We want to run Gift of the Viper, though. Wrath of the Skies? No. No. Reiterating Bolt's still good. No. I think we take the Bountiful Landscape just because there's nothing exciting, nothing really good. Reiterating Bolt, I think there's an argument for that, and I think I'm going to take it. Because it is 3 damage to something. Even if you have no other energy. Realm, Monsoon Mage. No, I don't think so. Meteoric Mace, no. No. Treasure Repurposer, sure. Merkel's Messenger. That's cool. That's really cool, but I don't think our deck can use it. Orc Tusker. That's interesting. I actually think it's close. Like, that would have been a nice pick. Disciple of Freyalise. That's interesting. That's really cool, but we're not going to play that hard on green. Hunger, Tide Rises. This is a test on this one. I just think getting another repurposer is better. Snapping Void Claw. I think that's worth running. Strength the Harvest. Weird, but it's a land. Not an exciting card, but it's a land, so like I'm not losing anything by taking it. Emitter's Act, no. Reckless Pyro Surfer. That's not terrible. So because we have 7 lands so far here, we effectively have 21 cards, so we're still looking for 2 playables. Assuming that we're going to run 17 lands, which this is a 17 lands deck. This might even be an 18 lands deck, to tell you the truth. So we've either got 1 or 2 more playables that we're looking for. I wouldn't say we have anything busted yet, other than Spawn Gang Commander. It's hard to say how this is going to play out. I think I'm fine with another Molten Gatekeeper. Oh, no, we got another chance at a Warp Tusker. I like that a lot. This is more like a constructed card. Okay. I'll take that. I thought they got rid of the cephalid creature type. I'm pretty sure they did. That's weird that they made another card that references it. Oh yeah, we're not going to play Infernal Capture. This gets us an island if we want it. I think that's a good reason to run it. You never know, this might come in handy. Moving counters around. So we're very short on removal. That has me nervous. But we got all the mana fixing in the universe. The question is if we need to run any of the weird color landscapes, which I don't think we do. I think it may actually behoove us to have some more mountains and forests, so we're going to add an island. We're going to keep any of them that look for islands, or red and green. So we'll get rid of the shattered landscape, put in a mountain. We'll get rid of deceptive landscape, put in a forest. Definitely Coliseum counts as just a land. It doesn't count as an island. Okay. Get rid of that and we'll add a mountain. So I think we've got how many lands now? We've got 18 lands, like I was talking about. So we're at 41 cards. Get rid of a null elemental blast, I guess. Alright, well this looks interesting. We'll go, we'll come back in a little bit and see if we can play a game.